Alright, welcome everyone to the Epic Cards and Game Saturday night local tournament. Here we have Chris on the right playing Magical Musketeer Fiendsmith versus Humberto on the left playing DDD, if you couldn't guess by the mat that he wore. I'm joined today by my boy Ton. Welcome, Ton.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Thank you, Aaron.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for joining us. So, today we, we're going to see a variety of decks throughout the next 3 rounds. Round 1 was just recorded and it is uploaded. It was Radiant Typhoon versus Cool Tune. And, we saw through the sequence that he summoned the Starfire and then went the Link 1 Musketeer into Requiem. And now he's going to go ahead and draw 2 off of the tactics because he got Ash Blossom. But unfortunately, it doesn't appear as if he has anything more for the opponent here. So we're going to see him set 4 and then pass. And we see Humberto's hand. He has, I think that's Scout. Ragnarok. I know that's the DDD field spell at the far end. I'm a little familiar with the deck, but I'll admit, I don't know all the cards too well because I stopped playing the deck because I just don't think it's that good of a deck at the moment. Let's see.
Yeah, I think like any Fiend deck, it just loses to Fua way too hard.
Absolutely. Well, here we're going to see the Scout Surveyor discarding, I don't know which DDD he discarded, but he discarded 1 to special summon, and I believe this one can grab him a DD monster with 0 attack, so...
I think so.
Yeah.
That looks like a Vice King Requiem he's pitching.
Vice King Requiem. That's the one that if it's on field, you can't summon anything but DDDs, right?
Yeah, I think that's the one just based off the art. And I think Humberto doesn't have any other plays now because the Ragnarok in hand doesn't work by himself, and I can't really tell what that spell is yet.
That's a DDD field spell, but at the moment, it looks like he will be able to actually do something as he has the DD Griffin, which is able to special summon itself if you control a DD monster on the field. Even if he can't special summon it, he can normal summon it and then go into the, what's his name? Gilgamesh? Yeah.
Gilgamesh, yes.
So, yeah, the field spell in his hand, it's kind of good if you have like a certain DD type on the field. Your opponent can use that same monster type's effects, I believe. So, if they have the fusion, they can't use fusion effects, and for every other monster typing. Now, on summon, what are we gonna see? Torrential Tribute? That'd be a little funny.
I think that it's crazy how impactful that would be right now.
100%.
I want to say Griffin. Griffin has a graveyard effect, right? To where it foolishes one when it's sent to the graveyard? To extract or something?
No. So Griffin can summon it, when it's summoned from the graveyard, can add a DD or Dark Contract from deck to the hand. However, that will not be relevant at this time as it is in the extra monster zone. Or I'm sorry, in the extra deck. And here, the summon of Gilgamesh is going to attempt to trigger to place 2 scales onto the field from the deck. However, that will get stopped at this current time with Forbidden Crown. And we know Humberto doesn't have anything around this card, so he is going to be ending his turn here. Now, for the Griffin's effect when it's summoned from the extra deck, you get to draw 2 cards and discard a DD card, or the other way around. It's okay. I like Griffin. Griffin was one of those good additions when it came out in, 2022, I believe?
Probably. I don't think I was playing during then, but honestly, Griffin now, I've seen it, it's an instant 3 of in the DDD deck. It's super good for them.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's a must-have. It's also a level 4, which means your Marksman, King Tail, and everything that you need to go for, just, you have options. Instead of having to play multiple Orthros and whatnot. Now, Humberto is taking his sweet old time, but we know his hand. He doesn't have anything, so he can't attack with this monster, so he just has to scoop it up here.
Yeah, they're in very similar states to where I think both of them don't really have engine right now. Right, like I think they're both top decking for engine, so we're gonna see how the game goes.
Well, he's gonna activate the field spell. I forgot the name of it. I guess it starts with DD, because I couldn't look it up with the Dark Contract, so let's see if I can find it. Yep, there it is. Oh, it should have been up. Dark contract with the patent license. If your opponent special summons a monster or monsters with the same card type as a DDD monster that you control, except during the damage step, you can inflict 1,000 points to your opponent, and also, while this card is on the field, your opponent cannot special summon monsters with the same card type as the special summon monster for the rest of the turn. So, this is actually quite impactful because you can recognize that a deck full of Fiendsmith monsters is going to struggle against the field spell here.
Yeah, that's for sure. Is Gilgamesh a triple DDD or is it just a double DDD?
It is a triple D monster. Got some big titties on that motherfucker. So, he is, if Chris decides to play into it, he's gonna have his turn ended essentially. So, I think Gilgamesh is not too big of a body though. I think it's only 18. So if he has a way to beat over it, then he can work his magic here to avoid that.
Yeah. Even when the Chris, even if he does resolve just one max effect, I think that would be impactful enough to get him started at least.
Yeah, 100%. However, Chris does not have anything as he's gonna set a card and then pass. And okay, so Humberto drew Scale Surveyor. I think this can special summon itself from the hand if you control DD monsters on the field. So this is another good body because I believe it can not only modify its level, but also search for something. I'm going to verify here. Yeah, if it's normal or special summon, you can make it level 4. And then if it's sent to the graveyard, well, I guess nothing is actually going to do nothing at the moment. Tough. Yeah. Doesn't really do anything here. If it goes to the graveyard, it can do something, but all it does is add a DD Pendulum card that you control and return it to the hand. So, not the best extender, actually.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it. It looks like he just poked for 1800 and then passed. So, hopefully we get to see a lot more interaction between these players.
Well, it looks like we will, potentially. Here in the end phase, we're going to see Fallen and the Virtuous. Really? Ecclesia. That's odd.
Really?
I don't know why he sent Ecclesia here.
I do not know either.
Now, it looks like the field
game?
spell has an effect when it gets destroyed. Let's see what it does. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add a DD Pendulum monster from graveyard or face-up Pendulum monster from the extra deck to your hand. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, pretty good. That might have been a misplay on his part, giving him access to another skill there, and not getting himself another Fallen on the Virtuous.
Yeah, low-key. Unless he already has another one on his field, it's a little strange, especially doing that here where he doesn't have any engine to actually play on the following turn, because at least if he sent Albion, he could have like digged for a card and then potentially thin out the deck for another Fiendsmith or Magical Musketeer monster, but that's not what we're seeing at the very moment.
Are these guys sped up at times too, by the way? Because it seems very slow for them just to be passing turns.
I can definitely speed it up more, but it's at least 1.25, so we might have to go 1.5 times.
These guys are playing so slow for doing nothing.
Well, looks like that's not actually going to be the case here, as we're going to see Starfire, and he did have another Fallen. Maybe he drew all 3.
Oh, I guess that is possible.
Now,
I feel like you're highlighting that, though. Nah, I guess that doesn't matter.
Yeah, but I guess might as well. Here we're going to see... it's going to use the effect to Reborn. Hold on now. I don't think that you have to send for cost for that, do you? Let's see.
No, you don't send for cost for that. You send for the pop. And then you also need an Ecclesia monster in the grave to reborn. Are we sure he's doing it in the reborn?
Yeah, he's doing the reborn, and that is legal because he has the Ecclesia Synchro.
Oh, that is good.
Yeah,
but he still doesn't send for the reborn though. So
yeah, so he's getting an extra piece of interruption with that effect. In a game state where we can try to fix this, he would just have to not send, and then everything is still legal. So this works out in his favor because Starfire was able to summon out the Casper, I believe that's what it is, and then Requiem tributes to summon the Lacrima, and now he's popping off at this point. So it looks like him taking his time here is actually working in his favor. Okay, so he's going to send the DDD Gilgamesh, but like he could have just used the Ecclesia Synchro, recycled the Albion, and shuffle it back into the deck.
Yeah.
He could have kept a stronger body, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess it doesn't matter if he's gonna link it off to try and kill him this turn. I hope, because he definitely should have OTK with Agnum Day. I assume he's playing that in an extra deck.
Well, we're gonna see Humberto activate the Fuwalos here on the summon of the Requiem. He could have done it beforehand, and I think Chris might have just not committed, but I think he might have game here. Because the Lacrima is going to summon back out the Engraver, which together they are, 24, 18, plus 12 from the sequence. And what else from the Starfire? Do you know the attack of Starfire off the top of your head?
I want to guess 1800 attack, but I'll double check that right now.
Okay, this is interesting. He's going for the Agnumde here. Instead of making like a Caesar first, I guess, but maybe not wanting to give him too many draws, but this like plays into the nib, so one could argue that this might have not been the best course of action.
I think he's trying to kill him without giving him as many draws as possible. This is probably the line I would do too, because you could technically make Caesar in like 3 draws, maybe.
Well, what I was suggesting is that all he would have had to do is just attack directly with all the monsters and then link off the Desiree to deal the last 12, but this works out, so Chris winning game number 1.
That definitely would have been the better play there.
Oh, well, he got it the way he got it, right? So this works out, and we will be right back with game number 2. Alright, well, game number 2 here, we're going to see the Dark Contract with the Gate is going to be activated to search for a DD monster from the deck. And I believe Chris is using Ash Blossom. I wish the glare wasn't so bad. I need to investigate on how to get that angle better. Anyways, here he's going to activate the Griffin on the Pendulum Scale, and now we're going to see Dark Contract with the Gate 0 King, or something like that, which is an E-Telly. Yeah. Ooh.
That is crazy.
So he has the Fua.
I guess from my personal experience, I think it's better to Ash that spell, the 0 King spell, just because it prevents them from getting rid of the scale they have to pop in the first place, you know? So it makes their Gilgamesh a little worse.
That is true. However, oh, that's tough. Okay, so it looks like Humberto is going to Droll here, but he's searching? So, no, wait, I forgot. Copernicus dumps. My fault. Okay, this is... I wonder what he can do then. I mean, he is Droll, so he himself cannot search anymore either. And I guess DDD doesn't really have to search too often from this point, but I feel like he's going to miss out on a few additions that he might value. For instance, I agree with you there. The rank 4 that he makes is going to matter.
Yeah, the rank 4 can't search now. I want to say he can put up maybe 2 negations here with the Synchro to a Lancelot, maybe?
Well, now he took back his play, and he's taking his time. I guess he's realizing that the Droll is working against him, because, yeah, the Wise King Solomon would be able to detach to add a DD card, but he cannot at this point. So, looks like instead he's committing into a Gilgamesh play, which is going to... and then him doing that also makes him lose the... tuner, because it summoned itself from the graveyard by popping a Dark Contract. So, not the best spot for Humberto. Now he's going to go ahead and Pendulum Summon, and we can make him see the other rank 4, like the regular Wave King Caesar, and then into the Marksman King Tell. But no, he is going to go for the Wise King Solomon, and now for the King Tell, and now he's going to... detach. I forgot what the detach effect is. I think it's just to gain or lose 1,000 attack on the DD monster. And that's to put the Scale Surveyor in the graveyard, which is a little odd. I'm not sure what the plan is here. Okay, so he's going to go ahead and now link off for the Zeus Ragnarok. There we go. And the Marksman King Tail is going to Foolish, probably the red slime. So, yeah. That's going to give him access to the Fusion Summon. And he has a lot of materials in the grave now, so he has options for days. We also know that he has a hand effect negate with the Zeus Ragnarok, which I think it also can negate graveyard effects. I'm not entirely too sure if I remember that correctly.
If I remember right, I think that is only a hand effect negate. So he's really looking to hit Engraver out of the hand here.
I see. Well, he's going to use a Swirl Slime to go ahead and make the Alfred. And Alfred is an on-summon fusion summon as well by using materials in your graveyard. This is what makes DDD be able to fusion summon a lot easier and get access to the Caesar with, like, no issues whatsoever. Now, if he had access to being able to add cards, he would have been able to activate the Ragnarok's effect to reborn the Griffin and then keep searching from there. But as you can see, he doesn't really have too many options. So I think this is going to be a Caesar plus Ragnarok pass.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. I'm not sure where the line could go much more at this point. Putting a lot of emphasis on getting the Caesar to win him the game, though.
I believe it would work out. There's a chance, because, like, you know, the magical musketeers have to be able to special summon off of their effects to be able to go through, but I think they also have good counter traps that they could activate from the hand to negate stuff and whatnot. So this could go either way.
Yeah, there's a good chance Chris just draws the right engine that goes with this deck, because I want to say they have like a quick spell pop. So we'll see if he gets access to it. BPRO's taking a long time to make whatever play he's making. Just put the Caesar in the bag, man.
Yeah, he does this a lot. I'm not gonna lie to you. Plays, you know, taking his time sometimes, and usually I give people leeway when it's locals, but you know, you're under a 50-minute timer, and if you don't win, you get a double loss. You don't really want to risk that whatsoever.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, well, he does activate the Ragnarok to reborn the Marksman King Tail, because this is going to probably be overlaid for the Maki next. Or he's going to use the Orthros to pop, but I thought Orthros only pops back row.
I want to say it pops only back row, too.
I
Unless
guess
the Marksman itself popped the Orthros?
there's no way, right? Let's see.
I'm gonna look up
No.
Orthros, actually.
Yeah, go ahead and do so. Meanwhile, I'll try to see if we can view the state of the game here further. So Marksman's now going to send the Dark Contract field spell.
So Orthros was a legal play. It can pop itself as long as you target another DDD card destroyed.
Really? Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I wonder if he's going to be able to add back this this field spell then. The field spell is also going to be able to add him back to Griffin.
That's gonna be pretty nice.
Now he's going to special summon out the Griffin, trigger the Genghis to go ahead and reborn. Does he have a level 4 there? The answer is no, so he's going to go for the Marksman King Tail again. Then he's going to go Ragnarok to pop a DD to go ahead and get the second Pendulum Summon. That's one thing that I like from the DDDs. The fact that you can Pendulum Summon twice is always nasty.
Yeah, that is a really gross effect. And when I found out, I was getting clapped.
I will say though that like even this deck has its issues, because like I say all the time, the choke point is imperm on the Gilgamesh, but not a lot of people are playing that card at the moment.
Yeah, I think that's really surprising because I think Imperm's like a really good card right now in this format.
I think we might
And
see it played here soon enough again.
Yeah, this is mainly just based off the regionals that happened 2 weeks ago. I felt like I was seeing a lot of effect negation happen. Um, like people were playing Mourners and Baylors now, so I just thought effect negation was just back in the meta.
Well,
Okay.
from here, we're going to see Humberto set a card, and he chose not to keep the hand negate for the Ragnarok, instead just opting to overlay it into the Machinex, and now we're going to see Chris draw for turn, and we'll see if his hand is enough to beat this small end board that Humberto made. Okay, so we start with a normal summon Caspar, which is going to be under the spell trap that was set from Humberto's side. And now we're going to see him activate Fiendsmith Sanct. This is a little dangerous, right? Because what if that's an imperm? And yeah, it was an imperm. That's funny. So
Ooh,
yeah, it's not just negating one card. It's negating two cards here.
yeah, that's a tough misplay. That's a play I personally wouldn't want to risk.
I figured that that was going to happen, and that's why I was so confused as to why he intentionally played into the imperm zone. Um, but I guess it's not over just yet. He does have Max. I learned something from Max that he can like summon a bunch of Musketeers from the deck depending on the number of monsters the opponent controls.
Yep. Yeah, I want to say if it's like he summons monsters based off spells and traps, and then or adds spells and traps based off monsters. So it's kind of like the opposite thing, what they got going on.
Okay. Well, here
Well,
we're gonna see Crown be activated on the Deus Machinex because it tried to take it, and he is being wary to not place it under the impermanence column, which is good for him because if I would have seen that play, I would have thrown a fit.
yeah, that's fair. I think that is a fit to worth to be thrown. So it looks like he does get to resolve the max. It's crazy Humberto's still holding on to the Caesar. I also think it's crazier Crown wasn't used on the Caesar. In my opinion, I think that's the more threatening card at the moment.
Same here. I think I would have let him take the max, in my honest opinion, but we're now going to see the tracked resolve discarding Lurry, and then Lurry is going to go ahead and special summon itself out. Still not using Caesar. Do you know if... Oh, you know what? He added the quick play, which is a monster negate, right?
I don't really know the cards he added, to be honest. I imagine it is some kind of negate that checks the Caesar.
I think one of them was Desperado, and the other one was the quick play Magical Musketeer spell that will drop a monster's attack to 0 and negate its effects.
That is a pretty good card.
Yeah. So,
Then I would confidently say I think Chris has got this game in the bag.
probably.
Um,
Um,
yeah,
the thing is that the Deus Machinex is going to stay on field, though, because it's going to be unaffected by everything at the moment because of the crown, but
true.
this might be okay. Let's see. So he's going to equip the Engraver with the, I believe, La Crema. I wonder if he can go for, like, a Chaos Angel line.
I can see that with the Necroquip. Um, I'm not sure if it's even needed. I feel like you could just go Engraver, send Caesar, and crack the brushless board, and then make Agnode and a Desiree.
Well, the thing is that he can't OTK at all because the Machinex cannot
Yeah,
be destroyed by battle this turn. And if the Caesar gets sent to the graveyard, Humberto gets a DD card from deck to the hand. So I believe it'd be smart to go ahead and send the Griffin, which he did, and then make Chaos Angel on the Caesar. And then you just play around the Machinex on the next turn. But it looks like he is going to go for maybe a Desiree, or maybe... No, it looks like it's going to be La Crema, I believe. We'll see. Okay, no, it
no, I
will
think
be
we're seeing a Desiree
Desiree.
here.
So this is now going to Fusion Summon off for Desiree. We're going to see him Link Summon this off for a Agnumde. And Desiree is probably going to shuffle back the Requiem, not the Requiem, the Sequence to go ahead and put away the Ragnarok. Or maybe the Dark Contract, actually. Let's see how he decides to play this out.
Yeah. I would probably get rid of the Dark Contract just because it can't be used again on the next turn, and you don't want to give him free follow-up unnecessarily.
True. Okay, so never mind. He chooses not to activate the Desiree effect, instead opting to have essentially 5 face-up Omni Negates. And it's pretty big right now. It's also unable to be targeted, so Machinex is kind of dead here. But, I still don't like this. Because he could have done so much more.
I would agree with you there, too. I don't know. I do like the idea of you playing around the Caesar with the Chaos Angel.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's going to be a lot of damage here. I believe he did activate the Cross Domination, which not only negated the Caesar, but also made its attack 0. So this ended up being, let's see, with Agnumde it's 46 plus 12 equals what, 58 points of damage? Or 54? Okay. So 54 points of damage total here, plus the 1,000 that he took from the Gilgamesh.
Is he call-buying the Caesar in response to its effect? Because I want to say you can't do that.
You cannot do that. That is in the damage step. So I would urge people to, of course, learn these rulings here. As that was an illegal play. Okay, so main phase 2, we're going to see tracked fusion summon for La Crema. La Crema is going to bring back the, what's her face? La Crema. They're both Lacrima, huh? Yeah. That's funny. Now, one thing that he can do here is now go for Chaos Angel, and I would banish, personally, the Ragnarok. Because the Dark Contract is going to make him take 1,000 points of damage.
Yeah. Plus, I feel like he could have also Desiree the continuous spell away, too, leaving him on just Machinex. But it looks like his game over anyway.
Actually, no, this would be game, because what's going to happen? Is Desiree would deal 1,200 points of damage, which would leave him at like 1,000, I believe, after everything that went through. And the next turn, he just dies to the Dark Contract. So that's GG.
Is it really? Oh yeah, that is actually perfectly for 12.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of crazy.
So yeah, congratulations to Chris for playing that pretty well, actually. Aside from the few errors that he made, which were illegal, he made sure that he got the game secured. So, magical Musketeer beating DDD.
Yeah.
All right.
Honestly, a really cool way to end the game.
100%.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for watching today's video. If you guys enjoyed, please like, comment, share, subscribe. And if you are in the DFW area, consider going to Hearst, Texas at Epik Cards and Games, as we would love to see more players there. Thank you guys for watching.